Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news in the NFL. Surprises are part of the game, but what's brewing right now is something that could ripple across the league and shake up the NFC North in a way that no one saw coming. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could redefine the future of both the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. And for Packers fans, it's a story that's impossible to ignore. Think about this. Lamar Jackson, the dynamic dual-threat quarterback, potentially making his way from Baltimore to Green Bay. It's a scenario that sounds straight out of a football fantasy, but the whispers are getting louder. Sources close to the league are whispering about a deal that would send Jackson to Green Bay in exchange for 2 first-round picks and an additional edge rusher. The Ravens, currently sitting at 6-7 with a defense that's leaking points, allowing nearly 24. 6 points per game, are looking to rebuild and retool, especially with a cap space of around $5.4 million. They're apparently prioritizing youth and flexibility, and moving on from Jackson, who commands a hefty $45 million cap hit, might be their best shot at a fresh start. Meanwhile, the Packers, sitting at 9-3-1 and riding a wave of confidence, are eyeing a versatile quarterback who can complement Jordan Love perfectly, much like how the Seahawks benefited from the Metcalf trade in 2025, injecting their offense with over 200 passing yards per game. Lamar Jackson, at 28 years old, is having an impressive season in Baltimore. He's thrown for over 260 yards with a 63.4% completion percentage, averaging nearly 7.9 yards per attempt. He's rushing for over 200 yards per game, adding another dimension to any offense he joins. His 16 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions reflect his efficiency, and his quarterback rating of 100.0 shows he's been a steady presence under center. Despite missing 3 games this year due to ankle injuries, Jackson has still managed to put up a PFF grade of around 82.4 in recent games, and his mobility under pressure, similar to Michael Vick in his prime, remains a key asset. His ability to extend plays, create mismatches, and keep defenses honest is what makes him a rare talent in today's NFL. Now let's talk about what this move could mean for the Packers. Green Bay's offense, which scores about 24.8 points per game, could see a significant uptick with Jackson's addition. His rushing ability would likely add over 10 yards on the ground, boosting the Packers' total offense and creating new opportunities for explosive plays. Imagine RPOs, run-pass options, becoming even more dangerous with Jackson's threat to run or throw on any given snap. The Packers' offensive line, which has been solid but sometimes exposed, would need to adjust, but Jackson's escapability and improvisation could turn some of those pressure moments into big gains. On the other side of the ball, adding a player like Jackson could help balance the team's overall performance. The Packers' defense, which is allowing around 19 points per game, would benefit from longer, more controlled drives. Jackson's ability to extend drives with his legs and his high EPA, expected points added per play, which has increased by more than 20% when he's on the field, could help Green Bay control the clock better and keep opponents' offenses off balance. His mobility and playmaking could elevate the entire team, turning the Packers into a more unpredictable and dangerous squad come playoff time. In terms of impact, this trade would elevate the Packers' Super Bowl odds significantly. Currently, their chances are around plus 1,200, but with Jackson, those odds could improve to plus 400, turning Green Bay into a real contender. Jackson's proven track record in high-pressure situations, with a 65% win rate when facing pressure, makes him an instant X-factor in the playoffs. For the Ravens, however, this could be a tough pill to swallow. They might drop to plus 150,000 in the odds to win the Super Bowl, as skepticism about their rebuild grows. This trade, if it happens, would mark a new chapter for both franchises, a classic case of a team moving on from a star to rebuild, and a team acquiring a superstar to push for a deep playoff run. Looking at the bigger picture, Jackson's arrival in Green Bay would be a seismic shift. The Packers, with a cap space of about $3 million that could be further restructured, are clearly in the market for a quarterback who can bring a different dimension to their offense. His addition would make Green Bay's attack more explosive, especially in cold weather games where mobility and improvisation often decide the outcome. The NFL landscape would have to adjust, with the NFC North's power dynamic shifting to favor Green Bay and potentially challenging the dominance of teams like the Chiefs, especially if Jackson elevates the team's EPA total by another 22%. This move would also send shockwaves through the league's playoff picture. The Packers with Jackson would be poised for a 12-4 or even better finish, with projections indicating they could average over 220 yards more per game in total offense. The combination of Jackson's rushing and passing, along with the offensive weapons already in place, could mean a team that's not just good but historically great, especially in the cold, tough conditions of Wisconsin. The potential for explosive plays, long drives, and clutch moments would make Green Bay a nightmare for defenses and a formidable foe in January. Of course, such a trade would also come with questions. Will Jackson stay healthy? Can the Packers integrate him smoothly into their existing system? Will the Ravens regret parting ways with their franchise quarterback? These are open-ended questions, but the potential rewards are enormous. This hypothetical move echoes some of the most transformative trades in NFL history, where a change of scenery turned a player into a true franchise centerpiece. It's a storyline that could redefine the NFC and propel Green Bay back to elite status, with Jackson leading the charge as the catalyst for a new era of success. In conclusion, this is more than just speculation. It's a possibility that has the potential to reshape the NFL's landscape. The Packers could be on the verge of acquiring a player who elevates their entire team, making them a dark horse favorite for the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the Ravens would be turning the page on a chapter that, while promising, might not have reached its peak, at least not with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. As the trade deadline approaches and rumors swirl, Packers fans should keep a close eye on this story. It's a narrative full of excitement, potential, and a new hope for a team hungry for another Lombardi trophy. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. Do you believe Lamar Jackson could be the piece that finally pushes this team over the top? Are you excited about the possibility of a new era with Jackson leading the offense? Or do you think this is just too much of a gamble? Whatever your thoughts, let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This is a story that's just beginning, and the potential is off the charts. The Packers are on the cusp of something big, and you, the fans, are right there in the middle of it all. Keep that passion alive, and let's see how this unfolds in the coming weeks. One thing's for sure, the NFL is never boring, and with stories like this, the excitement just keeps building. So buckle up, Packers Nation, because the best is yet to come.